Rust has a ton of different skins, DLCs and items that you can buy. Most of them are only cosmetic, but some of them will give you a huge advantage over other players and take your gameplay to the next level. So today, I'm gonna show you 50 of the best pay-to-win skins and items in Rust that will really give you an advantage in building, PvP or other aspects of the game. We're gonna cover skins for weapons and deployables, secret items that will help you protect your base, cheap camo sets, free light at night and much more. So make sure to watch the entire video, hit that like button below and check out Rust Clash. Rust Clash is a platform in the Rust community, known for their case battles and a bunch of different game modes where you can face off against other players in intense PvP openings. They also have a bunch of different game modes like Tiles, Plinko, Mines, Crash and the Classic Upgrader, each with their own style and pacing. Whether you're uncovering tiles, watching the multiplier climb, or chasing a 10,000x Plinko ball, there's always action. And now, let's get back to the video. First, let me show you skins and items that you absolutely can't play without. And let's begin with the Jungle DLC that you can find in the Rust store, and it will cost you $12.99. It includes 2 types of barrels, 2 types of shelves, skins for wooden armor, and some other things. Thanks to the shelves and barrels, you can make much more functional and spacious loot rooms. For example, instead of a default TC room with 4 large boxes, you can fit 6 barrels, 2 small boxes, and even a sleeping bag in 1 square. Also, this barrel has the same number of slots as a default large box, but as you can see, it takes up much less space, so you can fit it even in the honeycomb and it won't stick out. Next, we have a boogie board and a water gun from the Sunborn DLC, which will cost you $9.99. If you are a beginner, you can probably skip these items, but if you're more advanced player, they will give you a huge advantage on water and on land. The boogie board is the only item in the game that gives you a third-person view. It's faster than diving fins and slightly slower than a boat. But best of all, you won't get wet while using the boogie board, and it's almost impossible to hear you. So it's the perfect item to get to the oil rig. Plus, you can use a water gun to extinguish furnaces, campfires and even satchels. The next item on this list is a must-have for every player without exception. I'm talking about a 2-sided hanging sign that you can buy on the Steam market for just 20 cents. This item will simply destroy any raider, because you can block the doorway with it. And to break this sign, you need to spend a whole magazine of explosive ammo. But that's not all, because you can block the entire wall frame using just 2 signs, and then build the wall back in place right through them. Another crazy feature of this item is that it doesn't block the placement of other building blocks. For example, you can attach it to the wall to make a jump up, and then just close the bunker right through it. As you can see, it doesn't affect the roof in any way. For less than $1, you get a truly broken pay-to-win item that will give you a huge advantage in Rust. Next, we have 2 more items that will help you protect your base during a raid. It's a New Year gong that will cost you about $1.50 and a snowman that will cost you about $1.20. They take up much more space than a sign, and you can't attach them to the wall. But they are also great items to block a doorway during a raid. All 3 of these items are practically free, so be sure to buy them. Next, we have a skin for a single and a double wooden door. At the beginning of the wipe, we usually place a 1x1 base with just 1 door, so being able to see what's going on outside without opening the door gives you a huge advantage, and you won't lose your base to a door camper. For a single door, you can buy a Twig door skin for about $2.60 on the Steam marketplace. For a double door, you can buy a legacy wooden double door for about $4. In my opinion, these 2 skins are a must-have for the early game. Next, we have an Arctic pack for $12.99, which gives you the Arctic Hazmat. This item is a reskin for a default Hazmat that's already in the game. But unlike the default Hazmat, this skin will boost your cold protection and keep you from getting wet, which is essential in the winter biome. However, it decreases your radiation protection, so you can't use it on the launch site or other Tier 3 monuments. If you're playing in a winter biome, this skin is a must-have for you. The other 4 items on this list are the bandana mask, a boonie hat, a baseball cap, and a beanie hat. These are the most important items in the early game, and you're not able to craft these unless you own them. You can find these items in the Steam marketplace for a great price, so you can choose the skin that you really enjoy. Also, you can combine the bandana mask with almost any head armor, and it costs just 5 cloth. So, for less than $1, these are the really useful items. And the last two skins that you can't play without are the white and green snow jackets. As you know, the default snow jacket in the game is red, and if you wear it, you will be visible in any biome from 800 meters away. To fix this, you need to buy a No Mercy snow jacket for $1.50 and a woodland jacket for just 25 cents. Now you can blend in with the snow and green biomes. The total cost of all these items and skins is gonna be around $52. I know it's not cheap, but all these items will give you a real advantage over other players in Rust. Plus, if you have an inventory value of more than $15, you can play on premium servers. This will help you avoid cheaters and bots, but it's not guaranteed. In any case, these servers are much better than normal ones. Let's move on to the next category, which has skins that will make your life a lot easier and give you an advantage in some situations. First, we have a container skin for metal that will cost you $13.99 and a brutally skin for stone that costs $12.99. Both of the skins will give you a real advantage in building, because you can use them to build unique bunkers, traps and one-way shooting floors. For example, you can hide a pressure plate under the wallpaper if you place it on the container skin. Or you can make a simple bunker using a brutally skin and a floor frame. And this is just a small example of all the crazy mechanics that you can do by using these skins. Next, we have festive garlands that cost about $3 and a large candle set that cost about $2.80. Both of these items will light up your base at night without any fuel or electricity. Plus, they look really cool, so it's great items to decorate your base. Also, you can use skins for deployables that will glow at night, so you won't lose inside your base. For example, you can buy a skin for the furnace for about $2 that will glow much more than a default furnace. You can also buy skins for small and large boxes that will glow at night. Personally, I use a pumpkin storage box that costs $1.10 and a frozen creep storage that costs about $2. Of course, you can find skins that glow even cheaper, but they won't look as cool. Next, we have a bombshell single door that will cost you about $7, a bombshell double door that will cost you about $12, and a juggernaut garage door that will cost you about $3. All these doors glow at night without any electricity, and they also have a gap in the middle through which you can see what's happening outside. So it's a pay-to-win skins that will give you a double advantage. Next, we have a starfish rug that costs only $1.60. You can attach this rug to the side of your window on the shooting floor to make a one-way window. Half of this rug's texture is invisible, so if you hide behind it, you won't take any damage, but you'll still be able to see everything that's happening outside. And finally, I want to show you two items that will really make your life a lot easier, but they cost way too much money. The first item is a medieval barricade that costs $12.99. You can use this barricade to make a one-way gap on your roof that will allow you to destroy your enemies, while they won't even be able to see you. And you can also use this barricade to hide small stashes inside your compound. The second item is weapon racks, which cost $9.99. This item will allow you to immediately take weapons from the wall into your hands, which will save you a lot of time. This can be crucial during raid defense or in any other intense PvP close to your base. Next, let me show you a few skins for clothes that will give you an advantage. The first two items in this category will be the snowman helmet and the Dracula mask. You can buy the snowman helmet for about $1.80, and it offers quite a lot of protection. Plus, you don't need a blueprint for this item, so you can craft it whenever you want. The Dracula mask has the same stats, but it's way smaller, and it will cost you about $3. Next, we have mummy wraps. This bad boy will cost you about $9 in the Steam marketplace, and it will allow you to hide better in the bushes, trees or grass. You can also hide inside the twig ramp, and it's pretty much impossible for others to see you. And finally, let me show you 3 budget sets that will help you hide in different biomes. The first set will be for the green biome, and its full price is about $12. The second set is for the winter biome, and its full price is just over $14. And the last set is for the desert biome, and its full price is about $10. And for the last section, let me show you skins for weapons that will give you an advantage. First, we have a Stinger crossbow that costs about $4 at the moment. This weapon has meshes on the sides, so you'll be able to see more of what's happening in front of you when aiming. Next, we have an Olympus revolver that costs about $5.40. This skin has a glowing scope at night. Plus, the front sight on this gun is much smaller than that on a default revolver, so it's way more convenient to aim. Next, we have a Heatseeker Python. This skin also has better front sight, but unfortunately, it doesn't glow at night. Next, we have a Golden Leaf P250, which will cost you a whopping $22. For this money, you'll get a cool skin and a glowing sight at night. For the pipe shotgun, you can buy a Colt Hunter skin for just $4. The main advantage of this skin is that it glows completely at night, allowing you to see all your enemies. And you can buy the same skin for the custom SMG for just $1.60 and Thompson for almost $5. These skins will also glow at night on these weapons, and they look really amazing. Next, I highly recommend getting the Heatseeker skin for the MP5, semi-automatic rifle, AK and LR. Unfortunately, it doesn't glow at night, but it will make the front sight much smaller, allowing you to see more when aiming. And for the bolt-action rifle, you need to choose from two skins that have a glowing scope, a glory bar and a polymer bar. They both cost about $10, so you can choose the skin that you like the most. What other pay-to-win skins or items do you know? Write about it in the comments below. Maybe I'm missing something. And if you want to know even more about Rust, then you can easily win 99% of your fights in Rust with minimum effort if you just learn the fundamentals of fighting. And the tips I give you will immediately take you levels ahead of everyone else.